Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a video, basically my can't live without products, or my ride or dies as some of the other tags call it. So basically I'm going to go through all my products that I've started with and that I will end with and that I've bought over and over again because of how good they are. So I don't want to keep this intro and make it very long, so basically subscribe, follow all my social medias, I'll link them down below, and if you guys have any comments or questions on what type of videos you want to see, definitely leave those in the comments. And I'm just gonna say this ahead of time, if you want me to do a look on anything I'm doing and want to know anything I'm wearing, definitely just let me know and I will make sure to do that. So to start off with, I usually am never one for primers because it was never really my thing. I don't know why. I think I started out with it when I first started makeup, but then I kind of just waned off of it. So I do not have a primer, but I do have a moisturizer. So my Ride or Die moisturizer is definitely the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. This is really refreshing for my skin. And it's such a cheap alternative to an expensive moisturizer because makeup can be pricey. So definitely, if you're starting out and you want something cheap and good, I would definitely try this. Also, one thing I definitely use for my skin is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I currently have like 3 bottles of these because it is so good. It is so refreshing for your skin and it smells so good. And I usually wear this before I do my makeup, after I do my makeup. Even when I'm not wearing makeup, I still put this on no matter what because it just is give my skin that breath of fresh air that it needs. So this is like $7. It's also really cheap for a cheap alternative to some of the most expensive things out there. So to continue, my foundation, I have bought this like 4 or 5 times in different shades. It is the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. I'm in the color Warm Nude, and this is actually really tan for me because I'm pretty sure I'm a lighter color, but because over the summer when I first got the shade, I was really tan from a lifeguard, so I don't think I ever tried out a lighter shade for me, so I just ordered what I knew. But this is so good. It's good for oily and dry skin. When I do people's makeup and they're the same skin tone as me, I definitely use this, and I know everyone who I've tried it out on has loved it. It is kind of pricey. I think it's like $40, $45, but it takes me months to go through a whole bottle because I don't have to use as much, and it spreads out really nicely on your skin, and it's not patchy. You don't have to push it in too hard. It just gives you a really nice finish, which is probably one of my favorite things. And you can build it up to full coverage. Even though it is a full coverage foundation, you can make it less of a coverage, I guess. So to continue on, for my concealers, I have the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. It's the Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. This is like my #1 concealer because it's probably on the cheaper end. I mean, it's still pricey, but it's definitely cheaper. It's lightweight and it blends well. It's not like cakey and heavy. If I could, pick it up. It just sits on the skin, and when you rub it in, you don't see it doesn't stick to your pores or anything like that. It's definitely probably one of my favorites, and it's at Ulta, which is nice because the Sephora is kind of far from my house, and not all the products that are at Sephora are at Ulta. So this is probably one of my favorites. So I definitely go out and get that. So the next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows. I'm kind of going out of order because it's not really a certain order that I really go in when I do my makeup. Probably I do my eyebrows first, but so this is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This is in chocolate because I do like my eyebrows darker, because if you can't tell, I changed my hair color, so now my hair is like pink, purple, blue, gold, everything. So because my hair ranges in colors, I definitely like to make my eyebrows darker, so it's kind of a statement and bold. And this is really nice. I have 3 of them. You don't have to use a lot, and it spreads out nicely. It just gives you that defined brow and that clean, nice looking brow without having to do a lot, because a little goes a long way with this, which is really nice because it's $18 for this little thing, which is kind of expensive, but it's honestly worth the money in every way, shape, and or form. So I actually have 2 eyebrow products. The other one is more of a gel. This is the Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia. As you can tell, I've had this for a while because it's the letters are washing or withering away. This keeps my eyebrows in place all day, so I could be outside for hours, and when I get home they're still set, they're still looking nice, I didn't sweat them off or I didn't rub them. So this probably is definitely my go-to. Even if I don't do my eyebrows, I still put it on just so that the hairs don't standing up and sideways and left and right. So I definitely recommend this product. It's really nice. So the next thing I'm gonna do is what I bake my face with. So I'm gonna put in like a little product I hate. Originally when I started out with this Derma Blend setting powder. This has so much flashback, like, oh my god, this has so much flashback. Like, I am so upset because the lady was like, oh yeah, it's so great. No, don't buy it. Okay, so on a good note, I use the Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. It's really nice. It's not translucent. It kind of, I don't know, it's like a cream color. So it kind of sets my face and makes it almost look like I put powder on it. I don't know, it's like a really nice, and there's not any of the stuff that gives you flashbacks when I take pictures. Just makes my skin look soft and clean and silky compared to this stupid thing that makes my face look like I'm white and a ghost, like Casper the Friendly Ghost. But this is like the travel size, and I have not gone through it yet, so that's really nice, because this was like the big size, and I'm pretty sure I went through this more because it like wasn't giving me the no pores and everything that I wanted in the product. So I would definitely go out and buy this. So the next thing I would do is contour and like powder initially. I have two products for that. So the first thing I have is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This palette is so nice. It gives you definitely a variety of colors to use. If you can't tell, I'm starting to hit pan on this. I probably use this banana powder most to go underneath my eyes with, my forehead, my T-zone, and my chin. It's probably my go-to powder for this. And for contouring, I usually use these two. This is kind of too dark for me, but when I do other people's makeup for darker skin tones, this definitely works well. This blends really nicely. I have another powder that takes a lot of energy and like a lot of work to blend it out, even if it's a little amount. So this, whatever the consistency and what the formula was, they did it really well. And the nice thing about this is when I run out of one shade, I can go and buy a new pan instead of buying a whole new thing, which is really nice because makeup is expensive. So the next like setting powder type thing I have is the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. So this basically is like a baking and like a setting powder or like facial powder, kind of both the same. This was in like, I didn't really want to buy the Laura Mercier setting powder because I had a powder that worked for me, and they recommended this, and this actually like keeps, it like bakes my face, but it sets on my face really nicely. It's like that sheer, covers my pores, and it's kind of shimmery almost. You probably can't see it. It's almost shimmery, so it kind of gives me that glow underneath my eyes that I look for. It's a really nice powder. It's a really good alternative to the Laura Mercier setting powder if you do not want it, or if you do not like the powder that goes everywhere when you open it. The baked setting powder is really nice, and I've really been obsessed with baked products lately, and I don't know why. So to continue that baked thing, we're gonna go into bronzers. I have 3 bronzers. The first bronzer I have is the MAC Baked Global Glow Mineralized Skin Finish. I put this in my my favorites video, and it is still my favorites, and it will always be my favorites. It is so nice. There's just something about it. It gives me like, I like sparkling, I like the glow that it gives me. It looks like this. It is pricier, but it is worth every cent, and I will buy it till the day I die. And it comes in a lot, like, you can just, I don't know if you can see that, but it's so nice. It's so creamy. Like, it's not even creamy, but it's not chalky. Like, it just sits on my skin really well. I'm not wearing it today because this is like a normal school day, and I don't really have the need to dress up for people, so that is why I look like how I do. But I would definitely go out and buy this. This is the one in Global Glow. There's a color lighter than this, which I used to have. Then I found this one, and I realized it worked better for me, so I would definitely go out and get that. So the next one I have, I recently rebought it because I ran out, is the Hoola Bronzer. So the only bad thing about this is that it's not that much product for how big this box is, but it's a really cool tone bronzer. So when I'm pale, I can use it on my face and blend it out to fit my skin tone. And when I'm tan, I can just set it on there. I don't have to blend it out as much because it's still a color that fits both shades for me, which is really nice. And the nice thing about this is they have a travel size too. So if I don't feel like buying a big size bronzer, this is like $25, I think. And the other one's like $15, so because I have other bronzers, it's nice, so I don't have to buy a big one, but I would definitely go out and get this. My last one is probably something that no one really hears about. So I got this when I went to California with one of my best friends, Addie. This is called the Me Makeover Essentials. It's the Shimmer Powder Brush Bronze. So basically it's like this glitter, and it's like this brush, and when you like tap it, it gives you this like bronze look. It's almost like a highlighter and a bronzer, but it's so pretty, and in the sun, like, it just gives you that like gleam and that summer like bronze goddess look that you really want to achieve. And this like goes a long way. Like, I've pretty much had this for a year now, and I haven't run out of it, and I use it a lot when it's like a nice and sunny day out. I don't know where you can buy this, which is probably the only bad thing, because someone was selling it to me, like they were walking around selling it. But I will definitely look for it so that I can put it in the description, so if you guys want it, you can go get it. So that is all for my bronzers. So the next thing I'm going to do is my blush. There's only one blush I wear because I'm not a huge blush person, and it is the MAC Warm Soul Mineralized Blush. It's baked blush again. If you can't tell, I'm running out of this. This is definitely like on the bronze goddess side, because I'm definitely into that right now, because it is kind of nice out in North Carolina in like, you know, a weird season, but that's fine. It definitely like just sits well with my highlighter and my bronzer, and it kind of blends together compared to if it was like a pink. It kind of stand out. I don't really like that because I feel like I don't really need colors in my cheek. The only bad thing is it is kind of small for how much it is. So if it was like a little bit cheaper or a bigger size, I would understand it. But other than that, it's definitely a recommend and a number one on my chart or my list. So the next thing I'm going to do is mascara and eyeliner. I thought I was going to... I knew it was coming. So mascara, I'm going to do like a colored and a black. So the black eyeliner I use, which is like dying right now, it's the Tartiste. And I can't tell, it's like pencil and liquid. So it's like liquid on this side, pencil on this side. I've had this for the longest because I love it so much. It's like really nice because some days I want to use this for a wing, and some days if I want to do my bottom line, I definitely use this. I don't know, I just feel like instead of one, two is much better because it like expands to a more variety of people. So this is definitely a keep, and I am pretty sure I bought this like 3 or 4 times now. So the next one I'm going to go to, it's not so much this color, it's more a brand. This is the NYX Liquid Liner. Lately I've been doing like these freckles. Because of my hair's like fun colors, why not do fun colored freckles? So this has probably been one of my really good go-tos. I have it like pink and purple. I have like purple. But the applicator is really small, which I really like because it's easier to do my freckles with. The only bad thing about this is it does kind of crack. But I don't really use it for my eyeliner like that, so I don't really worry about that. I'm so sick right now, so I sound sick. But these are cheap. These are like $6 to $9, I think, which is really good for a liquid liner because my Tartiste one was like $30, which is expensive. But quality is, you know, expensive. But these are like a really good drugstore Ulta type thing that is like definitely worth buying over and over again. So next I'm going to go on to mascara, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this is because everybody loves it. This is the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. This is definitely one of my favorites. I haven't used it all around, but I think since I got it a few months ago, I've used it 24/7. I like that it gives me like I don't know the word, length. Yeah, sure. It gives me length, and I kind of like the clumpiness. Don't look at my eyelashes right now because this is Chloe running late, but it definitely gives me the length and the like intensity I want to my eyes so that people do know that I'm wearing it. So this definitely meets my standards of what a mascara should be. So the next thing I'm going to do is glitter. I don't know. I don't use glitter every day. It's definitely not. But I have 2 products. One's like an actual glitter pigment, and one's like a liner. So we're back to NYX. This one's like almost out. I can't hold anything. This is the, it's worn out. This is basically the NYX liquid liner. Basically like the liquid crystal liner. I could not read that. So basically it looks like this. I have 2 colors. I have this and I have this. These are really nice. I use these for the inner corner of my eyes. I don't usually use them for liner because when they dry up, they just peel up really quickly, and that's probably one of the negatives about them. But they're also cheaper, and I've done a whole eye using just the NYX glitter. If you guys want to see that, you can see that on my chlocosmetics Instagram, so go check that out. But a little self-promotion. But these are really nice, and they're cheap, and I can basically get them whenever. So for glitter, NYX is definitely one of my go-to. NYX and MAC, but I'm pretty sure NYX is more up there for me. This is the NYX Face and Body Glitter. These variety of colors, I wish the color variety was a little bit bigger, but for what it is and how much it is, I think they're like $10. This is GLI 05. So it's like this gold color, but there's a decent amount in here, and it's cheap, and it sits on my eye well. The only bad thing is there is a ton of fallout. So I can never do my makeup without do this first before I do this, because then this will ruin it. But this is probably definitely one of my favorites. It's definitely sparkly, and you can definitely see it, which I'm a sparkly girl, so it definitely works. So the next thing I'm going to go to is eyeshadow palettes. So my ride or die eyeshadow palette, and this is dirty as hell, so this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I don't even want to show the inside because it's really beat, but this is how hard it is. The color variety in this is so good because you can do so many different looks. Like, it's not just one. Like, a lot of palettes focus on, like, 3 colors. Like, it's, like, different shades of brown. I don't really like that, and this definitely, like, Anastasia did good when they made this because it definitely fits all the color ranges. There's shimmers, there's nudes, there's light, there's darks. This is probably, like, one of my first buys when I got a job and bought makeup and did all that. So this is definitely a keeper, and I hope this never goes away, because if this goes away, I will cry because it is so nice. So I'm probably going to go on to highlighter now. I have another palette, but I haven't used it long enough to put it in here yet, so I'll probably make another video later on and definitely let you know. So my go-to highlighter palette is definitely the Glow Kit. This is the Glow Kit in Matte Glow, and the colors are Sunburst, Golden Bronze, Dripping in Gold, and Bubbly. So they have, like, these are really hurt right now, but it's okay. This is definitely my go-to. They're really pigmented. The variety of Glow Kits is so nice. So it's not just, like, one color and then you're done. Like, and they last a really long. I've had this for, like, probably a year now, and it's lasted me a really long time. I don't really use these 2 colors as much as I use these. But when I do, I use them as bronzers, and they're really nice bronzers. And they're not chalky. They're a good formula, and they just sit on my skin well, and they don't define my, like, texture of my face and my pores, which is really nice because a lot of products really do define them, which kind of sucks because we all have it, but that's fine. So I'm going to go on to my eyelashes, and then I'm going to wrap up and do brushes and like brushes / beauty blender and like lipstick. So my favorite are probably the Ardell Wispies. I do definitely amp, these are a little hurt too. I do definitely amp them up with some mascara. I'm a mascara girl, so. But these are probably my go-to. They're cheap in their drugstore, and you can get them pretty much anywhere. And I feel like they're the same thing as like Cocoa lashes, which is really nice. Okay, so next I'm gonna do lipstick. So probably, well, my ride or die lipstick was the Kat Von D Bows and Arrows, which basically looked like this but in brown, and I lost it at my school dance, and I'm really sad because it was my favorite. So whoever found it, yeah, F you, because you probably just got a nice flippin' liquid lipstick that has used been like 3 times, but I always keep on me, so yeah, you should feel lucky whoever got it. But so that's probably my go-to, and probably also the Tartiste lip paint. This is the color Choker. This is really nice. This one's really beat, like what's around it, but this is a really nice color. I'm definitely a nudes girl. I definitely like the nudes on my lips, but I like the formula, and the only bad thing is it does, when you put another layer on, it does kind of clump up, but I think that's with pretty much every liquid lipstick now because of the formula, which sucks, but that's liquid lipstick. So this is really nice. Their liquid lipstick is expensive, which is sad, but it's definitely worth it in the end. I'm gonna include like a actual lipstick and a liquid. So my liquid lipstick that I probably go to is Viva Glam. It's Viva Glam by MAC. You just probably saw, you know how cool my hair looks. This is like a pinky nude color. This is my 5th time buying this because it's definitely a keeper. And it's funny because these are cheaper than liquid lipsticks, but I think liquid lipsticks take more processing and time, which I understand. But But this definitely gives me that pink color. I use it in a lot of my, I've worn it in a video before, I think. And I use it in a lot of my pictures when I post them. Definitely when I want something subtle, but you can still tell I'm wearing it. It gives me a nice color. So this is probably my go-to for that. So the next thing I'm going to go to is my brushes. I'm only going to mention like 3 or 4 brushes. So my first brush is the Real Techniques brush. This is the Expert, oh, it's fading, face brush. I'm just going to go with that. I usually use this for my foundation. It really like pushes it in there and sets it nice. Doesn't leave it patchy, and it doesn't leave it like brushy, I guess. I don't really know the word. It doesn't leave like the brush marks that a lot of other brushes do. And it's a drugstore brush, so it's cheaper, but it's the same quality as like Zoeva and Morphe brushes, which is really nice. And this is thick, so it definitely grabs the foundation and really sets it into your skin. So the next brush I'm gonna do is it's like this is what I use for my bronzer. It's by RC Cosmetics. I'm not sure what brush this is, but it's a big brush, so it's like a poofy brush, and it just sets the powder really well on my face because it definitely spreads it out, and it helps blend it really nicely, which is something I definitely like. I'm looking like in my mirror right now, so if I'm looking on the side, like that's why. So my next brush is probably an eyeshadow brush. This is the Sephora Airbrush Crease. This brush is so nice. This is like my favorite fluffy eyeshadow brush, and like it is, if I could choose one brush, it would do this, and I do my whole face with it. Like, yes. It is so nice, and it's so easy to clean, and it picks up the color so nice. Even when it's not that pigmented, if I keep going back, it definitely like sets it into my eye and makes sure that it stays there. I don't know, and like I feel like the bristles are really nicely and soft so that it's not hard on my eye and doesn't irritate my eye. Sephora brushes are expensive, but like this one was worth every dollar and every penny and every how much ever it was. It was definitely worth it. So my last thing, probably I have 2, is the Beauty Blender and the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. So before I convinced myself to buy this $20 sponge, I used the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. This was like $7.99, and honestly, I felt like it did the same thing as this. The only difference is it's not as bouncy as it could be because I really have to press my foundation into it, which kind of sucks because it does leave little marks here and there, but I just go with the brush. So that's definitely the drugstore alternative. The Beauty Blender, the original one, this is probably like my favorite thing now. I like how no matter how many times you use it, it's still that squishy, nice consistency, and I don't really have to worry about, it doesn't soak up as much product as the Real Techniques one, and I don't have to wash it as much, and when I squeeze it out, I just squeeze it out once, and the water doesn't keep coming compared to the Real Techniques, so I just squeeze it out over and over again. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see anything, any new videos, definitely let me know. I'll probably be posting 2 this week because I didn't post one last week because it's kind of hard for me to post. I switch houses every week, so my mom has a good place for me to record and my dad doesn't, so it just makes my life a little hard. So definitely next week I'm going to post a video on Saturday, and this week I'm going to be posting 2, so definitely expect that. And if you want to know what, or if you guys have any input on what you want me to post, definitely you can comment that on my Instagram, or you can Snapchat me, or you can do any of that. So definitely let me know, and thank you so much for watching.